Hey, what a crew, Blind Wave back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Melanie.
And we're back again with more Supergirl, this time for Season 2, Episode 2. What'd you do with your hands this time?
Deuces.
Last time we had what?
Last time we had great humor and happy people.
Had a fun episode, right? We had Superman joining the roster.
We actually got to see Superman, not a shadow, not a just hearsay.
Yep. Not just him messaging her back and forth through a text message or whatever. Alright, last week we had a poll, Melanie.
No.
Do you remember what the poll was?
No.
I didn't think. We had a poll last week about Superman. The Superman poll was about like if we like this one or how we feel about this one versus other Supermans, if he was a good fit or not to this universe.
That's right. It was a yes, no, or don't know yet, something like that.
So, we had 2.5% saying that they don't like him.
Oh, wow.
11.4% said that they are not sure yet, while 86% said that they do like him.
Awesome. Yeah, I like him too, especially since,
86.1.
like we said before, he's going to be in 50 Shades of Grey. So, I might like him there too.
I don't know anything about that, but that's all good. So that's the poll for this one. Let me see if there's any comments about people saying anything about him. We had 2 comments on it. Kevin says, I like the new Superman for this show, but at the same time, I think I'd like him more in his own show, perhaps next season, especially if they can't figure out how to make the movies successful by then. This is by Jonathan Wilkins. Definitely got the shades of Christopher Reeve in his opening scene on the phone to Perry White. I can totally imagine Christopher Reeve having that conversation. Cannot stand the DC movies, so I'm glad DC relented and let Superman appear on the show properly. Decent casting. It's a bit early to say where I will rank him on my overall top Superman, but it's a promising start. So Jonathan and Kevin, I agree. I think he's doing a good job. I don't know if they would ever do a Superman season because it's kind of the same thing as what they have with Supergirl.
It'd be redundant. Yeah.
Kind of. Maybe they just could mix it together and call it the Super Show. They could have like some kind of Justice League that he leads on.
True. Well,
maybe,
hopefully there will be a Justice League. They can have a whole new show.
Maybe. It'd be kind of neat. That could be its own show and they have a live-action Justice League thing going on.
Really cool.
So, alright guys, that's our poll for last week. Make sure you guys are sticking around to the end for us to talk about our new poll for this week's episode. And you can go to patreon.com/blindwave to either vote or find out how you can vote in our polls.
Yeah.
We got Lena Luthor.
Yeah, Morgana from Merlin.
We have a Kryptonian.
Yeah, from the pod that we kind of hit and missed last episode. Hey, look, there's this guy.
He's like a kid.
Nothing.
Maybe it's gonna be Superboy. Maybe it's a different kind of origin thing or whatever than what you're used to.
Yeah, I hope it's not Superboy. I want Superboy at Cadmus.
Superboy was created from like Clark's DNA, right?
Yep, he's a clone from Clark.
So maybe they're doing a different way of doing it, but I don't know. We'll see. He's a Kryptonian. If he becomes a good guy, that's just helpful for our
another one.
our L's. Kal-El and Kar-El.
Oh, E-L. Gotcha.
Yeah, Jor-Els. Right?
Right.
Other than that, other cool things, good humor, fun season, I'm hoping. So let's just start watching this one and see if this one continues as good as it did last episode. Hit the button, Melanie.
Hit it?
Yes.
Hit it.
I hope to God she shows up. Even better.
Both of them. Both of them. Yeah.
Again.
You want to do the honors? Yeah, I got to look cool last time.
I got to look
I'll
cool
have
this
you
time.
give them what they need.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's neat.
What if he starts a tornado? Oh, he's making it rain. Make it rain.
That's our cue.
What's that? Oh, robbery going on. Oh!
What's the hurry?
Really? Really? You gonna try that?
Like, wouldn't they know by now?
Punk!
Superman's been around for a while. Corbin turned into.
Corbin Dallas. Multi-pass. Wrong one. Wrong
I
Corbin.
can only imagine.
Ooh, they're giving him some yellow light.
I'm a member of an organization called Cadmus. You are what we've been waiting for, Mr.
Organization from the way they're talking about. Rather than a place.
Don't.
On the National City Bridge and emergency personnel are en route. A bridge
Metallo?
closure is in effect.
Probably. Always works that way. One last time.
That'd be a trap, right? Yep. Metallo.
Car is definitely the wrong one to try to talk to someone.
Whoa! He is like Iron Man. Oh.
His shirt just
Is he strong,
burns
too?
away. Boom.
Quit shooting him. Ooh.
Jeez. Ooh.
Man, she didn't even dent him.
Oh wow.
Man. Whoa, it just
Oh, I
melted his
like
skin.
that.
Did it melt his skin away?
Yeah.
Oh, he's like a robot underneath. It was like Terminator.
It's complete metal or something.
Metallo.
Body?
At least you'll see your death coming.
Good job, Clark. Whoa. I
How
don't
did
think
that?
I don't think he can fly. Maybe Clark can stay a little bit longer.
Well, there goes Sister Night.
That looked pretty good.
Oh, Superman and Martian Manhunter are gonna fight. This is terrible. This is awesome. We have given our lives
Such a
protecting
nerd.
the people of Earth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought he was gonna more. It's anonymous.
I get to make Superman's new suit. I'm perfect.
What? A new suit? Does Supergirl get a new suit too?
This thing is bigger than the both of us. We should work together on this.
I'll be like the cold.
Oh, you like the cold.
I asked for coffee
Yeah, they're gonna work together.
5 minutes ago. And on my last divorce.
It's like the Green Arrow's training right here.
Well, if you
Thanks for killing the lingering notion you might speak or write well.
That's hilarious.
grant and own your power, because I'm not going to be around for very much longer. What does that mean?
Again? Not with this again?
Oh my god. Oh my god, Miss Grant, are you dying?
No.
Okay.
No. God. We're moving to phase 2.
Phase 2? We don't even have a suitable candidate.
Actually, I've got the perfect man for the job.
Who?
Yeah.
What is this? Wait, what are you doing?
She's so
Ready
neat.
to do your part to save the world?
Dang, they just use their random own people?
They won't even know what hit them.
What? Is there gonna be 2 Metallos? What is he gonna do with him?
I don't know.
You make a move, we'll incinerate you.
Go ahead. But you'll still be here with me. And if you're here with me, then you're not in Metropolis with him.
Oh, that's where they sent the other one. They're gonna have to split up.
Phase 2. Jeez.
Freeze!
It's not what it looks like, Danvers.
Shut up and turn around. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm bringing you in. And you're gonna tell me everything you know about Cadmus.
No. I'm not.
Shit.
Who is that? All of Cadmus.
Ah.
Nice to meet you.
She leaves and Supergirl shows up? Oh no, she can take it. Yeah.
Nice.
Should have brought Metallo for this.
Nice. I like this scene.
Cool.
Good. Da da da.
Take those guys in.
You okay? Yeah,
They should keep you alive. What do you think?
Nice job, Mr. Sharp.
Not
should
you.
Not
I
you.
love it.
Are you crying?
No.
So what's the plan?
Is it handling it?
Nice.
Good job, Win.
Just taking it all in.
Oh!
Cool.
I'm liking this. Thank you, Win.
Thanks, Win. Yeah, good.
I love giving props to Win.
Come on, Supergirl.
Alex.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. Crap.
Oh, come on, Superman. Oh no! Little Supergirl. What the?
What?
Oh.
John. Thank you, John. I was gonna say I hate kids in TV shows, but she wasn't a kid.
So did she get her sister in the
Now it's
DEO?
really over.
Oh!
Awesome.
Her suit she fought him with? Yeah! Yeah. I like seeing them work together.
Yes. I'm glad that they had them together.
Save Kara, she's not strong. I mean,
Alex.
cut that out.
Oh, he phased
sweet.
into him. That's awesome.
Well, we're gonna give you a little time out, and you're gonna think about what you did.
Oh. Alex. Yeah.
Impaled.
Into the kryptonite heart. Yeah. It's like Mercury.
It's very true, Cat. Have I ever told you that my name is Catherine? I'm not telling you my real name. I had to try. I know. It's the reporter in me. Be safe, Supergirl. Me too. And come back. I know we all need change, but we need friends too. Oh, I'll be back.
Good.
I will.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah. We haven't seen that done before.
That was really cool.
Wait.
Oh.
Nice.
I don't like you, and I never will, Ponytail.
I don't need you to like me, jerk guy.
Jerk.
Maybe I can teach you something.
Good.
Do I get a chair?
No.
Right on Earth, in case didn't let. I trust you'll do the right thing, Superman.
All of
Thank
it.
you.
I like little Superman, they chime in.
Nope.
Oh, Win.
I agree with Eric. I really like this music.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mr. White.
Mr. White.
Yes, Mr. White. Yes, I'm back. No, sir, I won't ever be gone that long again.
Wake up.
I know what it's like to be a stranger on this planet. So when you wake up, I'll be here for you. So you never know what it's like to be alone.
Oh,
Ah.
yes. No. Hang on.
So is it good, bad, adrenaline rush?
I don't know. Just scared. I don't know. I don't know what's up with them. I would say, I mean, if I was like Kara, where I'd been leaving Krypton when it was blowing up, things were going crazy, I was cryogenically frozen while I was in shipment, I'd probably be freaking out when I woke up too.
Yeah. I mean, that's completely understandable.
So it sounds like Cadmus is more of an organization. It's not a location, right?
Scattered all over the place, but I think they are still referring to a place where Cadmus is held.
I mean, they could just have different laboratories, and Cadmus has their father somewhere. So, I don't know if in Young Justice if it was a location or if it was a...
In Young Justice, it was underneath the Hall of Superheroes, I think it's called. There was, like, it's built into the ground. Like, I think it was 36 levels into the ground. So, it was interesting. It was awesome in Young Justice. So, I don't know if they're going to do that here or, like you said, just organization scattered everywhere.
Gotcha. So we might not have Kat anymore.
I know.
This might be the last time we saw her since she kind of said bye to Kara, and then they specifically had a scene where she could say goodbye to Supergirl.
Yes.
So we might be seeing next episode with no Kat.
But she did say, I will be back.
Yeah. It
So-
may be now with her boss being Snapper Carr. That's it. They introduced that just in time so that next episode she's going to him and not to Kat.
And then he's a lot like how Kat was at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Very standoffish, very just blunt.
Mm-hmm. Well, he still doesn't like her, but it seems like he's like, I'll teach you stuff tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's good. But I still don't get... I thought there wasn't going to be any Jimmy, maybe as well, because we went almost the entire episode without seeing him, and then he showed up for like 20 seconds.
I'm the new head of Catco.
So maybe we'll see him more, maybe we won't. With her being with Carr all the time, maybe we won't see Jimmy that much.
True.
They seem to really push hard with all of last season really being like, Kara loves Jimmy. And then the first episode of this being like, it's not going to work. You know what I mean?
Which I have appreciated, but there's still the pull between, sister and cousin right now. Well,
Yeah.
Which they addressed, but it was like the love interest, and then it was just awkward all season long, and now it's just awkward because the cousin versus sister, and then like, oh, hashtag too much fun. But then they finally hit the head on the nail and addressed it. So I think that's going to kind of resolve since he's going back to Metropolis.
Yeah.
Metropolis.
You think you were saying it wrong, or do you think you had the wrong city?
I'm saying it wrong.
Oh.
I was thinking Metamorphosis.
No, that's like an event. What'd you think of Metallo and his Metallo sidekick? Metallo and Metallo 2.
It was cool. Whenever they said what it was made out of, the
Prometheum.
Prometheum. First thing I thought of was Prometheus.
From Arrow.
Yes.
It might, I don't know if it has anything to do with being on the CW. If they're like, hey, we need some kind of metal. Well, how about Prometheum? Well, we got Prometheus and Arrow right now. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
So, I don't know. But yeah, I wrote that down too. I'm like, they just happen to have Prometheum, and they have a Prometheus, so whatever.
But it was a very interesting villain. Because completely counteracts them.
Yeah. And they killed him off this episode, so I doubt he'll be coming back. They may not have killed the other guy. I'm not sure what happened with that, because it looked like they pulled out a kryptonite heart.
Yeah.
But then he's like, we'll put you away and let you think about what you've done.
Yeah, put you
Like-
in timeout.
Did he not die for not having a heart? Did he have another heart?
I don't know.
I don't know how it worked either. It was weird.
I was kind of bummed that we did not get to see John Jones fight very much. We got to see him phase in, phase out, but there was
We
not-
had some fighting with
It
him.
was some, but
Same thing. We had some with Alex.
yeah.
I enjoyed the that gunfight chase scene thing. I thought that was fun.
Yes, with Alex and the Cadmus villains.
Yeah, that was something fun that we haven't seen much of at all. Alex usually she shoots some, but usually just her standing still shooting at something, not like a running chasing kind of thing. She's kind of like a Black Widow of Supergirl.
Yeah.
She
true.
does less of those jump leg takedown things. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
she jumps and grabs you, rah, and flips you down. Do that to me. I liked Cat Grant's big girl speech.
Pull up your big girl panties.
Pants.
Oh, pants.
I didn't say panties in this one. Jeez. But it had some relation to what was going on with her and Supergirl. With the whole, I should go and I'm not alone and, that kind of stuff. It's like, well, be a big girl
Yeah.
and do what you need to do. You have
Like
a
I
family.
said, I'm like, suck it up.
Is this the first episode we've seen where they did that clothes change? Which they did twice, once with Clark and once with Kara. But I don't ever remember seeing that in, like, any of season 1.
I don't remember. I mean, they may have.
Yeah.
You know how my memory is.
Usually they always show her, like, split apart her shirt, and then she's gone, and she's in a Supergirl costume.
But this was vice versa.
But this was, her landing and switching, which they've done in the movies. They also did, like, the phone booth thing in the movies and things like that, which I doubt there's any phone booths nowadays. So, that makes sense. But I liked it. I thought that was nice. I just don't think we've ever seen that in Supergirl. Also, with that, I felt like the takeoffs and the landings of the flight are shot better now, where I feel like they almost feel natural, like they're flying, or at least I don't know what it is. It's more of like it's not the focus when they take off usually. Like, it's kind of in the background or in the foreground of it.
I noticed with a couple of them, like, the camera, like, zooms in as they're doing it. Like, the camera's working with them. Versus, like, previously it was, like, the camera watching them.
You just watched it and they took off.
And it's stringy and looked funny. Versus, like, whenever she flew up to throw off the car.
Yeah.
During that fight, it looked really good because, like, the camera worked with her.
Yeah. I think that... I don't know that it... I'm sure they're still using the wires and everything, but I think they're shooting it in a way that it just feels better so far with these last 2 episodes. I haven't been like, man, that looks so wiry. Maybe they haven't had any wiry fights or anything, but I feel like it's a little bit less CG, or at least it just looks a little bit more natural than what I think it used to.
I think the only awkward takeoff that they had in this episode was whenever she was taken off after talking to Cat Grant.
That was one I liked, though. It was in the foreground of, and then I was like, oh, I like that. And then when she landed, it looked a little bit more CGI, and then she walked around. So it probably was CGI when she landed. That way she could just come out all in one shot.
Yeah, true.
But I liked the takeoffs of it not being like watching, but where it's like you see like their back and their shoulder, and then they take off. You know, they just jump and they just make it work. I like that. Now I need to look at Twitter for our Q&A questions, seeing if we have any. I don't know. Jeffrey says, "Who is Mr. White?" I'm assuming he's talking about Mr. White at the end when Clark got a phone call.
Which is the Cat Grant.
That would be his boss, Perry White, which is the boss at the Daily Bugle.
The Cat Grant of the Superman world.
Kinda, yeah. Pretty much. Jonah Ayuk says, "Superman carrying Kara in his arms is exactly like Infinite Crisis for Shadow, maybe?" Could be. I didn't think about that at all, but that's a neat little tie-in. They could have something along those lines happen, maybe, at some point. Someone was saying in the polls earlier about if Superman had his own show, if they had something occur where Kara was hurt, they could focus for some episodes on Superman, or if Kara died.
Ooh.
You know, if she died or got hurt, they could focus on Superman, and then it would be like his episodes in the Supergirl seasons to save Supergirl. That could be a neat little way of having some Superman.
I guess you don't see Supergirl anywhere except for very old cartoons. So, kill her off, do Superman. Woo!
CM the Man says, "Do you guys think that the other Kryptonian is Con-El, Connor Kent, Superboy?" Those are all his names, right?
Yeah.
That he has. I mean, that's what I was talking about earlier. Was it being Superboy? It could be a different way of having Superboy instead of like a clone, like Young Justice did. I don't know.
Other than that, I don't know much of the lore.
I don't really know.
Young Justice.
I don't really know too many other Kryptonians in like the comics and the lore of Superman, so I'm not sure who else it could be. That's the first person that comes to my mind, is that it would be a Superboy take. Supergirl's Superboy version. But I don't know. The Lonely Wakandan says, "What are your guys' thoughts on Cadmus being more of a terrorist group and not a secret science organization?"
So
Very
like
true.
the Hydra of the...
Well, yeah, I mean, as you were talking about in Young Justice, they were in a, facility deep underground. They weren't publicizing their name and telling people who they were or anything. It's very weird to Like when they first had their little thing, I was like, oh, it's Anonymous.
N-
Because Anonymous is that hacker group that they always have like that blank white face.
Mm-hmm.
You have done this, da 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 da, and they just have like a kind of robotic voice talking. And that's kind of the same thing they did.
Yeah.
And it's very terroristy and being like, you should get behind us or else you will be in trouble too. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of them just being a science group and doing different things, whether it's for or against, like, the superheroes. Like, some of the stuff they could do is beneficial to, like, just mankind.
Yeah.
Other things they do is not so much. So, overall, they're just overall, I think they are a science group, but maybe they're trying to, like, throw in, like, some curveball stuff.
I guess.
Maybe they're trying to, like, rally some, like, humans to be for Cadmus.
Well, that's what they made it sound like. They made it sound like an organization that's willing to recruit any smart, intelligent people that are willing to help their scientific discoveries to get rid of aliens.
It doesn't say Supergirl Q&A, but it does say, for Melanie, since I heard she watches Young Justice with Cadmus in the fold, do you think there should be a CW Young Justice?
That would be so awesome! Especially since there hasn't been Young Justice in, 2 years?
I don't know. There's supposed to be a new Young Justice season supposedly in the works for Netflix, I think.
Yes, it's supposed to be a Netflix exclusive, but it has not been officially announced yet.
Yeah.
But yes, it would be awesome if they came up with their own Young Justice.
Diego says, would you like to see Superman in the 4-night crossover? I would say, why not?
He's going to be there.
I mean,
he's going to be there.
if he's not, I'm fine with it. But I think it would be fun. The one thing, though, is maybe it'd be too much. In Arrow and Flash, there's not really anything. It depends on how they do it and what they do. There's no kryptonite. There's no Kryptonians. There's no nothing like that over in Flash's and Arrow's universe. So, when it comes to that, when they get over there, what's going to stop them? The best I can say is magic. Because they're weak to magic.
Which
so we
is-
have, over in Arrow, we have the Rag Mummy Man thing.
Yeah, they've been hitting a lot about that in
But,
this season.
like, the Prometheus guy shoots arrows and throw knives and stuff. That's not going to hurt him at all.
Unless he's made out of promethium with kryptonite built in.
Yeah, someone like Damien Dark with his magic powers could do something. So maybe something like that could be a threat to them. But if you get two of them over there, it's going to be too much of like, well, they're just going to solve everything. What may be better is if they brought those people that don't have like that type of crazy power over to Supergirl's world where they're fighting Kryptonians and stuff, and Arrow has to have Kryptonian arrows and different things like that to be able to fight whatever it is. Or they're all helping with Cadmus.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be so awesome.
Because Cadmus could have an army of bad guys that they've created and made and whatever, and then Supergirl gets help from the Flash somehow.
Which would make more sense because it's easier for them to travel to her dimension versus them travel anywhere because they don't have the technology or the know-how.
It could be cool, but maybe not.
Have Superman?
Yeah, maybe we better just have Supergirl.
Superman's going to be there.
Alright, last question we have is from someone named Eric Whiteley.
Who's that?
I don't know. He says, do you think the theme of Superman and the jealous of Kara's friends could be the CW's way of acknowledging fans concerning that Superman might outshine Supergirl on her own show? Could be. I see what you're meaning. Fans in general were worried that once Supergirl showed up, or Superman showed up on Supergirl, that he was just going to be better than Supergirl, and there was no reason to have Supergirl. And kind of the CW's nod and joke of that is you have people like Wynn, who's all gaga over, Superman. You have Kat, who's all gaga over Clark Kent. But overall, you still have, Martian Manhunter, who
Hates
just wants
Clark
them.
Kent.
Yeah, he doesn't get along with Clark Kent. He gets along with Kara okay. He wants her to just do her job, that kind of stuff. So.
And Alex wanting her sister time and.
So it'd be a funny little nod that CW kind of can throw. They've done that kind of stuff. Back in spoilers, back in Arrow, last season they had Constantine show up, and at one point when he was putting together a thing for Sarah to like get that bloodlust gone.
Yeah.
He asked for ingredients that he needed.
Yeah.
One of which was a peacock feather that he used to scratch his back. So peacock feathers are the logo for NBC, and he was stabbing himself in the back with a feather. So it was kind of like a funny little nod to NBC being like,
I
"Hey, look,
never
here's
thought
Constantine."
that.
Yeah. So
That's hilarious.
CW's know, they do that kind of stuff. So it easily could be like, "Hey, now he's gone." But it easily could have been the little fan nod thing of like, "Look, everyone's all gaga with Superman because he's so much better than Supergirl," and she's always just like, just stop." But we know it's still gonna be Supergirl's show. It's fun when Superman's there, and I like the chemistry they have. And this episode, I felt like it was a good reason of having two of them there together.
Yeah.
Last episode, it was fun that they did it, but everything that happened coincidentally had to have two people to solve it, kind of. There was a ship crashing. One went and blew out the fire while the other one was trying to hold it back so it didn't just crash, right?
You mean last episode?
Yeah, last episode. Then you had a building where one had to hold it and keep it from falling while another one shoved something in there to stop it from falling. And then you also had the drone thing where there were drones leaving to go hurt people and drones trying to blow up the helicopter.
And then, but this episode, you only had single problems.
Yeah, like I feel like the fire,
then,
Kara could have taken care of by herself without having to do the rain thing.
which led to Clark Kent saying, "Hey, I'm heading back home. You got this."
And then, but this one here, they had the one bad guy who they both went to team up with, and then they had another bad guy in somewhere else, so they had to split up for that. But it felt a little bit more natural, I think, that way than.
Well, one was back at Clark's home, and the other one was at Kara's home.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of hit more on the head of, "Hey, we're definitely separating."
Exactly. That's gonna be it for the Q&As. That was the last one we had for right now. I want to say one more thing too about the music we talked about in the middle of it. Maybe we left it in, maybe we didn't. But I do like the little like Supermanish like trills, like little theme like bits in with the Supergirl music. It's really fun. I really like that. I think it's a good way of Blake Neely does all the CW shows music.
Yeah.
Does such a good job with it all. I like.
He's awesome.
I like all the music they have. So, all right, guys, that's all for our conversation. All with our Q&As. The last thing we have is our poll for this week. The poll for this week is actually going to be all about the kryptonite, which we had in episode 1 and 2. Are you on Superman's side that they should get rid of all the kryptonite, which John did let him take the kryptonite and put it in a safe place?
In a garbage can?
He put it in a garbage can. So are you on John's side of the kryptonite thing where he should have it to help keep things safe from whatever they might need to have it for?
Like making suits to fight against Astra?
Or are you on Superman's side where they don't need it and they should get rid of it, that way it can't be used for evil? I think it's a very interesting confliction on those two. Like, I can see both ways of needing it and not wanting it.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys think on that? Let us know at patreon.com/blindwave. Melanie, what do you think? Do you think they should keep it or do you think they should get rid of it?
I think that they should keep it. I don't know why they were transferring it back and forth so then it could be stolen. I think that was stupid. But I think that they should be experimenting with it. I mean, they have kryptonite lights shining on this new Kryptonian.
Mm-hmm.
So they are using it for useful ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Why get rid of it?
Yeah. I think John's in the right that they should keep it. Just having a small amount that you can use for whatever purpose you may need. If more Kryptonians come, if Zod shows up, it could be useful to have that. I don't know if Zod's already happened in this universe, but I do know that the California issue with like the fault has happened already, because they talked about that with Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
So I don't see why they shouldn't hold on to it. I think Superman should like work with them and have that conversation more so, rather than just being like, no, it could be used for evil against us. Yes, it could, but it also could be used for good against other bad people. But you could see the evil use of Cadmus getting it, but you just got to keep it under lock and key and keep things safe and work together with your superheroes to keep it safe.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Let us know on the poll at patreon.com/blindwave. If you're not a patron, you can go to patreon.com/blindwave and find out how you can vote in our polls. There is a post just for you. Also there, you can see our post for our 3K goal poll, which is whenever we hit 3,000 on Patreon, we have a new slot that needs to be filled with a new show. And there's a whole list of all kinds of shows on there. Breaking Bad, Firefly, Doctor Who, Gotham.
Gotham's good too.
All sorts of stuff. There's tons of stuff on there. So go there, check it out. If you become a patron, you can vote in our polls. Alright guys, that's going to be it, I believe, for this episode of Supergirl. Excited for next week. Episode is going to be fun, I'm sure. Last 2 episodes have been, I feel like they've been really good compared to last season. Like, last season was fun, but these have been, like, more fun.
I feel so bad saying, I'm so happy that they're avoiding the love interests.
They haven't, yeah, which is, it's been a little refreshing, I guess.
Yes.
Also, make sure you guys are sticking around through the week because we also do Flash, Arrow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Legends of Tomorrow, Supernatural. Lots of good stuff coming on throughout the week, so make sure you guys don't miss any by hitting that like button, hit the subscribe button, go down in the description box below where you can find links to everything, including our Twitch streams, our Patreon, our Discord servers, all that good stuff. You can also go to blindwave.net where you can find
stuff.
And until next time, I'm Aaron.
I'm Melanie.
And we'll see you guys later. Melanie, hit the button. Hit it this time.